1619 Point Comfort, Virginia. A ship called the White Lion arrives. 20 and odd Africans are sold for food. This is where American slavery begins. They came from the kingdom of Ndongo. They were captured in a war fought by Portugal. They were loaded onto a ship named São João Bautista. That ship was headed for Veracruz, Mexico. Two English privateer ships attacked it at sea. The White Lion and the treasurer took captives as plunder. 1619
First Africans in America.
Point Comfort scene.
First Africans in America.
Sold for supplies.
First Africans in America.
History, not lies. The White Lion landed at Point Comfort in August. His captain traded 20 and odd Africans for food. Governor Yearly and merchant Abraham P.S.C. made the purchase. The colony of Virginia was only 12 years old. These Africans were not yet called slaves in law. Virginia had no slave code written at this time. Many were treated as indentured servants, bound for years, not life. Names survive in the record: Antoney and Isabella. Angelo was a woman purchased into the household of Captain William Pierce. Her name appears in the 1625 Virginia census. Antoney and Isabella were bound to Captain William Tucker. Their son William Tucker was the first recorded African child born in English North America. He was baptized in the Church of England in Virginia. The treasurer, the second ship, arrived days later with more captives. It was partly owned by the governor of Bermuda, Robert Ridge. His cargo was quietly moved to Bermuda to avoid inquiry. Some Africans earned freedom after years of labor. Some were granted land once their service ended. A man named Anthony Johnson became a free landowner in Virginia. He later owned indentured servants of his own. This was still 50 years before slavery became hereditary law.
First Africans in America. 1619. First Africans in America. Point Comfort scene. First Africans in America. Sold for supply. First Africans in America.
History, not lies. By 1640, the courts began to change. John Punch, an African servant, tried to escape with two European servants. The two Europeans received 4 extra years of service. John Punch received servitude for life. This was one of the first legal distinctions by race in the colonies. In 1662, Virginia passed a new law. It stated that a child's status followed the mother, not the father. This law was called partus, sequitur, ventrem. It made slavery hereditary for the first time in English law. By 1670, free Africans could no longer own European servants. The legal wall between free and enslaved was now built on race. What began as 20 and odd captives in 1619 became the foundation of 246 years of chattel slavery.
20 and odd. Point Comfort shore. 20 and odd. 1619. 20 and odd. The first before more. 20 and odd.
This is where it had been. Angelo, Antoney, Isabella, John Punch. These names are the beginning of American history. Before there were plantations,
There was a ship.
before there was a law,
There was a sail.
before there was slavery.
There were people beneath.
1619 Point Comfort, Virginia.
The first Africans in America.
Remembered, recorded real. Some Africans earned freedom after years of labor. Some were granted land once their service ended. A man named Anthony Johnson became a free landowner in Virginia. He later owned indentured servants of his own. This was still 50 years before slavery became hereditary law.
First Africans in America.
1619.
First Africans in America.
Point Comfort scene.
First Africans in America.
Sold for supplies.
First Africans in America.
History not lies. In 1676, Bacon's rebellion broke out in Virginia. Poor Europeans and enslaved Africans fought side by side against the colony. Nathaniel Bacon led former servants and captives against Governor Berkeley. The rebellion frightened the Virginia elite more than any uprising before it. Planters feared an alliance between poor whites and enslaved Africans. Lawmakers responded by hardening the line between the two groups. Poor Europeans were given new legal privileges to separate them from Africans. Africans were pushed further into permanent race-based bondage. By 1682, Virginia expanded its slave laws again. Any non-Christian servant brought by ship could now be enslaved for life. This law removed religion as a path to freedom. In 1691, Virginia banned marriage between Africans and Europeans. Free Africans faced new restrictions on movement, weapons, and assembly. The rights gained by early arrivals like Angelo and Anthony Johnson began disappearing. Some Africans earned freedom after years of labor. Some were granted land once their service ended. A man named Anthony Johnson became a free landowner in Virginia. He later owned indentured servants of his own. This was still 50 years before slavery became hereditary law.
First Africans in America.
1619.
First Africans in America.
Point Comfort scene.
First Africans in America.
Sold for supplies.
First Africans in America.
History not lies. By 1705, Virginia passed the full slave code. This law combined every prior restriction into one system. It divided enslaved people as real property, not persons. It made slavery permanent, hereditary, and based only on race. It stripped enslaved Africans of the right to own property. It removed their right to testify against the European in court. It banned enslaved people from carrying weapons without written permission. Masters could punish enslaved people without criminal charge or trial. This code became the model for other American colonies. Georgia, the Carolinas, and Maryland adopted similar laws soon after. What started with 29 captives in 1619 had become a codified system spanning the entire English colonies. The transatlantic trade brought millions more after this legal foundation was set. Historians trace the roots of that system back to one ship, one shore, one sail.